Welcome out, gamers and gamettes, to this RGLgg Invite Highlander match taking place between 4500 and Somebody Help. I am Alto, joined by Zag to my side, Dolphin behind the camera as always. Zag, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. It's nice to be back. I did end up missing last Monday, and what a Monday last Monday was. Of the four matches, three of them ended in upsets, and now the invite table is kind of flipped on its head. We have Froggyland 5-0 through 5 weeks. No one would have thought that would, be the case come to the season. And over here in this match, 4500 and Somebody Help, it's going to be a 2-2 mid-table matchup on the borderline of the playoff cutoff.
Yeah, I think we need to point out here as well that 4500, I think they took a victory over Relax on last week's Monday's, I can't talk, on last week's match. But they just because they weren't the only team to get upset there doesn't mean that it hasn't already happened, because they lost to Froggyland earlier this season, who is now looking like a potential 1 seed?
Apparently, K&D would only, it's only K&D standing in their way.
Yeah, they have to fight against K&D, and, we saw them take down the Fog last week in a fairly dominant 2-0 in what was honestly one of the more impressive team performances I've ever seen. They take a 2-0 over the Fog, a team that, they're highly favored to not beat. And afterwards, there really wasn't any one carry. I mean, yeah, you've got like the Highlander classes, like your Scout, Sniper, Demo doing well, right? But that's par for the course. No one really stood out. It's just that they played well and they didn't make mistakes.
Yep, and speaking of K&D, the upset that happened last week is that Somebody Help actually came out ahead 2-1 on Swiftwater, and we know that Somebody Help has a mean Swiftwater from the previous matches against like the MCM in previous seasons, but to come out and beat K&D like this and pretty much save their playoff chances with that win was very impressive, and now they're going to see if they can do the same thing here tonight on Asheville.
And what's even more impressive is the way it happened. I'm not sure of the time in the first round that they won, but the second round, they held K&D for 14 to 15 minutes. And then K&D held them right back, which has to be one of the most tilting things that can happen. You're on the verge of 2-0ing, the odds-on favorite, and you get held for 15 minutes, the majority of which is on last. That could blow a team's mental out of the water, but they still managed to come back and pull off a really solid last hold in the last round to hold about a 10-minute time on them. But we haven't even gotten into nope, never mind. They're not readying up. So let's do rosters real quick, Zach, because I think the teams are about ready to go.
Sure thing. On the side of 4500, we're going to be having Wish on Scout, JJ Slim on Soldier, Johnny from Cali on Pyro, Joey Lemons on Demoman, Adam on Heavy, Flu Walrus on Engineer, Hyphen on Medic, Nixie on Sniper, and AGB on Spy.
Over on the side of Somebody Help, Emily will be on Scout, Sunny on Soldier, American on Pyro, May on Demo, Zag and I's good friend Andrew, the former Sniper main, ringing Heavy, or subbing Heavy, I believe, which should be definitely something to keep an eye on. As Exa will be on Engineer, Fleeble on Medic, Timeless on Sniper, and Michael Lele on Spy.
Yeah, screw every other storyline, mid-table, matchup, playoff implications. Andrew is making his invite-heavy debut, everyone. That's what we're going to be looking at tonight. Keep an eye on his stat logs, make fun of him afterwards if he doesn't do well. But in all seriousness, this match, coming into the season, this looks one-sided in favor of 4500. Based on the results we've seen, honestly, this one's a toss-up. If anything, Somebody Help might be a bit in the favor right now. Just based off of recency,
they took out K&D last week. It's hard to argue against that. I'd maybe argue that Koth versus Payload may factor into that. And I feel that even so, I still think I'm pretting 4500 here, if only because I think that the strong points for Somebody Help are pretty much just as easily matched on 4500. The big one being Wish versus Emily. We've talked about Emily a ton on these casts and how much she surprised us last season and just how really solid and consistent her play has been. But it's hard for me to go against Wish on such a good Scout map. If it were even like a product or a Cascade type, I could see it being a little bit more even. Just, in the Scout v Scout, but Scout on Asheville is such a huge class. And if I had to pick one Scout and invite to be on my team, Wish makes a very convincing case to be that one pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna pred for somebody help. My boy Andrew's getting his invite heavy debut victory, and I think it's gonna be 4-3. I think this is gonna be a close match no matter what. Like you said, both teams have similar strengths and similar positions, and because of that, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of variance in this game. You know, maybe one round we see Nixie pop off, the other Timeless decides to win the game again. We might see, combo variants with Andrew sometimes doing some funny stuff underneath. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But I feel like this match is hard to predict, so I'm going 4-3.
Can I ask you what's going to be kind of the deciding factor in that? Like, what is it? Is it just going to be coordinated? Like, is 4500 gonna choke this? Is it going to be a really good performance from Timeless as we get ready?
I want to look at medic play a lot on this actually, because both teams have soldiers who can be very aggressive, Andrew or JJ and Sunny, and I feel like if a medic can survive more bombs than they die to, survive more spies than they die to, it'll give the team a really big leg up.
All right, with that said, we're in on the mid. Emmy getting forward on to Joey, but no kills over yet. The sentry gun going to be the first thing going down. But Sunny and Michael Lilly both go down right away. That bomb out of Sunny not doing too much. Help way better on the side of 4500. Andrew and Emmy both going to go down right there. Timeless caught out as well. JJ Slim going deep into lobby. And that is going to be a very, very solid mid from 4500.
Yeah, pretty textbook there. Nothing too surprising happened. We saw the early flankers and Spy getting taken down from somebody help. When we're down those players, you're not really keen to contest the points, so they just back up, get that Uber charged up, and now with both meds at 100%, first recontest is going to be happening here. They're gathered on battlements. Let's say they want to drop off bats, and they're going to go with May leading the way.
Yep, Uber popped out. Emily flashed in as well. Adam gets a flash in this as well.
Ooh,
Around the
Sky.
boxes, Fleeble and Emmy skybox onto ramp. That will get them out safely, but, absolutely no ground gained in that. Joey does get sniped, though. Big pick out of Timeless, so that will help to shift things in their favor. This Wrangled Mini from Fulor, so doing a ton of damage onto Emmy right there, hitting a ton of people low. There is Mike on point.
He gets Nixie.
Down. Yeah, Nixie, no sniper. That is a worthwhile trade any day. Timeless will go down on the backside, so Frag's coming back over. In comes JJ. Can he find Fleeble? Will
Good
not
shutter
even
for
go
dodge.
rocket off. Yep. Great kite into Shutter, and the cap should hopefully go over now. Adam really the only defender left, and he's going to get caught out.
Fleeble as well built way better on that Uber, and now a 25% advantage is going to be the return for that. So now somebody help capping up after just 1 minute down, and they're going to have this Uber to hold with. If they can even up the time here, we're going to have a very competitive first round.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be, kind of putting the focus on Andrew here, just because he is a bit of a wild card, and Heavy is so important to this forward hold that they're trying to pull off. It looks like they are going to start playing a little bit further back, though. Only JJ looking to pressure in onto ramp right now. No sniper. Sniper peeking in from Shutter. Not going to find any kills there. May hit up a bit, and they're going to be forced to play back on ramp.
Micah got caught by a soldier here, and he actually dodged the rocket, but the Uber is out through Shutter here early. Fleeble gonna pop in return onto Emily. American goes up top, roll 1 HP. Can't get an arrow in the middle of the Uber. Gonna have to wait. Uber herds the defensive team backwards into the Shutter. Shutter peak now coming out from Nixie. Doesn't hit the shot, but now more players are out here. For 4500, they get onto the point. They get the pick onto Micah and Exa. So now with a 9v7, they're gonna be retaking the point. It looks like, though, they want to recontest from bats here for somebody help. They get a pick onto JJ. So that's one man back, and the point hasn't been capped yet. They're walking onto fans, but there's Timeless peeking from the Shutter, gets one headshot, but gets shut down by Nixie immediately, and with that, point goes back over to 4500.
Yeah, I'm not certain how much I like that recontest from bats, because once they realized where they were and played to not get spammed out from the kind of limited angle that May has, really they weren't able to actually contest it too much, and then Nixie landing the shot onto Timeless, really, really big there, since it just lets them safely finish that point up without losing anyone that could, spark out like an immediate repush.
Yeah, I like the concept because they were baiting for Timeless to find pick and Shutter, but the engineer pick is not the one you're looking for to actually get in off that. As long as they kept their medic safe, it was all fine in the end. And now, again, 1 minute deficit for somebody help. They're going to try this Uber exchange. Again, Micah on point gets caught, but he's a distraction. Johnny going to get dropped in that, so no Pyro to air blast this Uber back. It's going to be fine, though. Scout Demo taking this one in, and Johnny's the only casualty in this exchange.
Yeah, I mean, that is still a number. Joey goes down, though. Huge pick out of time. The second time he's found him this round. And both of them are going to start open to pushing. Yeah, Emily coming over the roof. Free sniper kill for the taking. They are going to find two back, though. But the, the Scout and Heavies both trade out almost instantly on both teams. So, coming in. They will get behind right there. No damage on Fleeble, though.
Yeah, AGB's knife melted, and the soldier got herded off towards the ramp, so no medic pick coming in. And again, Fleeble's building better than Hyphen. Again, it's about another 20-25%, so It's a great job by Fleeble to get this Uber back in their team's favor all the time. And with that now recap back in favor of Somebody Help. They're at a 1-minute deficit. Once again, American going down early is not good for their cause here, as no spam can be able to get reflected. Andrew is far forward on his own, but Timeless with a big snipe saves him, loses his life for it, and Uber gets popped onto Andrew. They're looking for Hyphen at 95%. Hyphen's underneath Andrew. He forces the Uber, but can't get any other kills. Either way, only 3 up right now for 4,500. That was a very good aggressive play by Somebody Help to get that Uber out of them.
Yeah, good heads up play by Andrew to chase the medic down there. Even though he loses his life for, you force that Uber out in such a really bad position, where Hyphen definitely would have wanted to hold that, wait for spawners, or just wait to a spot where they could take it into more than, a heavy who's in lower. So, really good job there to kind of neutralize those Ubers, and Somebody Help is about to take the lead in time.
Yeah, Micah going for a pick here onto Wish. 1 revolver shot, 2. Nice. Taking out that scout is going to be big for the post fight here. Yeah, AGP as well going down, so no spy to worry about. It looks like Somebody Help want to back off this. The numbers are even, but with the players already out of the shutter for 4,500, they have all the space. And with that pick from Nixie onto Timeless, now dominating his sniper opposition, going to be able to recap this point for their team here. Time very close to even, but back in favor of 4,500.
Yeah, and they are, ticking down faster. Fleeble has add yet again, slight add too. I don't think they realized that, but not a good time to lose your soldier. You wanted to be up in that post as they use off of fast despite the 8v9. Lots of flashes coming out here. Hyphen's going to answer back. And he gets stuffed into lower, but May and Exa go down. They dropped in that Uber, and just as you think it's too late, Joey and Nixie go down. So that's 2 really big picks that Somebody Help can repush off of, but their bats are not their own right now. Great reflect out of American. That may have been just what they needed, but this Heavy and Mini are doing so much to deny the point.
Mike is going with the revolver.
Yeah,
he's trying to shoot onto Adam, but Adam, he's untouched. Gets a 3K with the help of Flew Over. It's going to clean up the last remaining members on the point push. It's just May and not able to get there in time. So with that, 4,500 take the first round win. That one came pretty close in the end, but we saw Nixie dominate the SVS in that round. Ends up dominating Timeless. So with that, they're going to take the first round.
Good heads up play by American at the end there too to air blast Adam back a bit just to make sure that the Heavy can't do as much damage and give you a little bit more time.
I mean, that might have helped them even because he got pretty low with the revolver shots, but either way, second mid coming in here. May takes a big sticky, but so does Joey. Both demos kind of low on HP, and with that, Adam gets sniped out by Timeless early on. First casualty and a second maybe coming soon as Micah going for the decloak and Shutter walks on, gets his knife melted. In the meantime, May and Wish have gone down, but Micah gets the revolver shot into Nixie, and that shot from Timeless will take down Hyphen. That enemy medic pick is huge, and that is a pretty much an effective wipe in favor of Somebody Help here. Gonna win this mid.
I wasn't entirely watching Micah, but is he doing the shot away?
He decloaked on the crate in Shutter and then walked out, got his knife melted, and then revolvered the sniper, so.
Gotcha.
Ooh, AGP going for a spawn camp.
Yeah, May's gonna find pushing out though, yeah. No spawn camp for him. That is something that we've seen him do, probably I'd say more than any other Invite Spy as well. Which, it works more than it probably should.
You hit your shots and you dodge the fight.
But neither of those happen. He's going to come sneaking in here, but Andrew smells him.
Oh, they get the force.
Yeah, they do get the force, though. Good bomb out of JJ there. And Joey coming in on that as well. No frags really to be found here. Afterwards, American's going to take the dispenser points in Shutter as they're looking to hold up in lobby right now.
Yeah, Micah called out they backed all the way to spawn, and with that information, Somebody Help actually take their opponent's bats right now, so they're holding onto the ramp, spam coming over the top, a lot of damage being dealt, but with that they're gonna have to back up because Timeless has gotten backstabbed by AGB. With no sniper, you can't really hold forward like this, and now they're sniperless for this defense. Only Hyphen has Uber, so this is a free one for 4,500.
Yeah, and Wish snuck in right behind Fleeble and got a couple shots off directly in her back and just wasn't able to finish off that kill. So that Uber does go off from Hyphen right there. It's going to leapfrog back over in favor of Somebody Help, who's almost halfway through their time in the round, but American going down might stall a potential push here, although they did push 8v9 before.
Yeah, they're going to go anyway because of this Uber ad. They're going to try to isolate the Heavy here. Adam goes down for free, but AGB in the backlines gets a counter pick, so both Heavies are down. They need any more kills they could find, but Johnny does a good job keeping his life there and hits a flare with the help of Wish's Scattergun to take down Emily in that post. No really important kills come through. They do get Joey in that Uber, but other than that, they're not at the numbers advantage, so they have to contend right here with the spawners. Timeless going to go down. JJ over the top does big damage, so now they have to back up. Somebody Help can't stay on mid anymore, and they don't get the recap.
AGB, I think, just got a kill with, it was either a Heavy or a Soldier disguise. I'm not sure which one. I couldn't see that the mask, it was a Heavy disguise, Dolphin just confirmed, yeah. And he just walked directly into the middle of the combo off fans, and this time was letting him getting his knife melted. So
Sticky's on this fans area. If May walks a bit further, his life will be over.
Hyphen's rebuilt.
Yep, and now just spam exchange going through as both meds do have Uber. Time still in favor of somebody help, but they got to get a move on shortly, and they do pop Uber off bats. Timeless again losing the SVS means that no sniper advantage in post going to be available, and Exa going down as well means no minis. All of a sudden they're down 2 men and tons of HP on the side of somebody help, not able to get any key kills except for Nixie. Sunny traded his life for that one, so that's nice, but they need more.
Oh, and AGB. Oh, that's really big. Yeah, if May doesn't go down there, they could maybe push off of Nixie being down once they got numbers back, but you lose your demo and all bets are off. And Andrew and Fleeble goes down too. Where did Wish find her? In the middle of lobby.
Yeah, just
alone,
lobby.
A man on a mission finds another kill onto Exa, and an HL Pugs moment right there.
Yeah, and all of a sudden the momentum in this round has firmly turned in favor of 4500. They have Uber ad, they have time ad, they have everything they need to close this one out and get a 2-0 half. Somebody help, they're going to try their best to come back into this one, but there is a spy on their tail right now. They need to keep Timeless alive, see if he can win an SVS and give his team an advantage. They're going to walk out onto point without Uber for either side. And it's like 4500, they're fine to give that one up. They know they're in the advantage, they're just going to get their Uber.
Yeah, Adam doing a good chunk of damage coming in off that Fox's head glitch too. But Timeless finally finds one onto Nixie. They are getting killed though. AGB finds two. The revolver in Shutter just now goes down, and that's going to force them off this point. So it wasn't really a full, giveaway. They just were kind of baiting for Adam to get a lot of damage off, and they will find the kill onto Wish. They're still 4 down, and they're not really pushing.
Yeah, they need Uber because now Hyphen is up on Uber. Johnny's on this roof throwing flare guns, air blasting Emily back off the roof. Johnny's doing such a good job denying this drop off of bats, dealing tons of damage. Now will end up backing up, and May has been baited into the sight line, gets the kill. Is Nixie, but Timeless trades that one right back. So no Demo Man in this fight available. Still 2 snipers staring at it. It's dangerous, and here's the first Uber out of 4500. They get Exa as well as Nixie doubles up, counter out from somebody help. Johnny left alone no man's land as AGB gets meleeed down by Timeless, and now there's a man advantage. They clean up Adam, they clean up Wish here, but Wish does good work taking out American. Cap goes through, but Wish not gonna be able to do much. Bomb in, 2 rockets from JJ clean to take out Fleeble, and May goes down as well. Such good play by Wish to be a massive distraction. They don't have the point, but they got every kill they need.
Yeah, and that was a full hold from them. I mean, 3 minutes. From 3 minutes to 0, it doesn't look like we're in overtime, interestingly enough. So there may be a split second, but Timeless, again, pulls off the Dom onto Joey Lemons. No Demo Man's going to stall this push. Give somebody help time to get spawns in, because time is really what they need right now. They cap, this game is basically over. There may be a split frame before they go into overtime. Sunny going down, you lose that soldier, and that's a lot of area denial and any potential bombs onto Hyphen, who has 20% ads, so watch that being built.
AGB is lurking, he's going for it, he finds the pick onto Fleeble and Hyphen, and with that there's the counter pick onto the medic, but with not enough players alive, somebody help, they're trying to defend. Adam does a lot of damage from the underneath flank, but now the mini sentry is everything. It's denying point, and because the point capture is all they need, 4500 going to be able to take this one. Just some spam rockets coming through from Sunny. He's actually on the point now. Joey Lemons gets behind the shutter just in time, and Wish puts down Emily before getting rocketed down. Sunny cleaned up by a headshot, and the respawners are in favor of 4500. They're going to walk back out onto the point and get one recapture. Nothing going for American there, as here comes the cap. Overtime, and there's the 2-0 start in favor of 4500.
It's too little too late for somebody to help, it feels like. It just took them far, far too long to get their push going back. And I mean, first round they've got, what, 40 seconds left? This time they've got 16. So these rounds were winnable, but I'm not getting this hunger from somebody help.
So the second round, the SVS was a lot closer. You weren't getting an indication that was an issue. But what was an issue in that second round was AGB. He's sitting on 40 points on the scoreboard. He's 16-9 on Spy, doing tons of work. He had 27 points at the end of that second round. I was watching him in the lead up to that final contest. And here's what he did, right? He decloaks in lobby, walks up to Sunny on ramp. Sunny's standing still, spamming rockets at enemy ramp, gets stabbed, right? He cloaks back up, gets the pack in lobby, saps the teleporter on the wood planks, shoots at them, right, in Shutter, and then they just ignore him. He then just walks up and gets a pick onto the medic. He's being ignored so often. He's just standing in the back line, getting picks, being annoying with a revolver, and then they forget about him, and he does it again.
And again. And then he disguises as a heavy and stabs a sniper in the middle of the combo.
Yeah, and then he walks out all through the entire length of fans, and no one thinks, maybe that's a spy on my demo, man.
want to point out real quick, Hyphen dropped 1554 heals per minute.
Broke 1,500.
Very big number. Anytime you break 14, and Fleeble was close, 1397. You're seeing a good performance. 1,500 is, again, really, really high numbers to see there, and a lot of those went into Adam, which doesn't entirely, represent itself in his stats, but the amount of damage he was able to soak on those boxes, be it, kind of back on his own or forward, on somebody helps box, he was in the center of all of these plays, just drawing so much aggro and really not dying as much as that position might lead you to think he would. But yeah, on the side of somebody help, I mean...
Timeless top damage the server, by the way. That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's Astral Sniper. Like, obviously, it's a Koth map, it's Sniper, it's still good, but, like, you don't normally think of Snipers top damaging on Asheville. You think of Demo Men, maybe Soldiers in the weird game.
Yeah, and I don't wanna say I told you so, Zag, but
the Scouts.
Wish traded three more deaths for triple Emmys frags.
Yeah, we saw Wish come out ahead of most of those scattergun exchanges. That was a bit of a fake ready up there if the audio was playing, but yeah, re-exec, so still in halftime. Teams want to talk this one out. If you are somebody help here, by the way, we brought up that both these teams are 2-2 and borderline on the playoff cusp. The match points are very important here. 4,500 have 24 points, and they're only 2 below K&D, who's 3-1, whereas they're 2-2. Somebody help are 2-2, as well as the Fog, and it's 17 to 16 match points there. On top of that, Yi is 1-3 at 14 match points. So the name of the game for somebody help here is you want match points as much as possible, because even if 4,500 are going to be, the third best team coming into playoffs, to sneak into that 4th seed, all you have to do is beat out Fog and Yi in match points.
Yeah, and Yi having lost to Relax of all teams, and the Fog,
those are points you can't drop.
Consistency issues are, definitely teams that are beatable. They're not playing incredible games, and I do think it's worth noting as well that 4,500's 2 losses have come to K&D and Froggyland, which are appearing to be our top 2 seeds.
Apparently the top 2 teams.
When 4,500 lost to Froggyland, we're all like, oh man, what a huge upset.
Yeah, that happened earlier in the season, so we weren't aware of the strength of Froggyland. Yeah. And there's the real ready coming up. We'll see if somebody help can take some rounds back, maybe even tie us up here, as it is a 2-0 lead for 4,500 going into round 3.
Yep, Joey gonna be a bit faster than May, just a frame.
Ooh, hits a lot more damage though.
Shutter, yeah. Getting aggro is Emmy there, but gonna be forced back once the teams walk out of Shutter. Emmy for aggro on the roofs.
Ooh, what a
crazy bomb coming in on JJ. He's gonna go down, but May and Andrew are the trade. Adam as well. Almost goes down.
They're running in onto Joey and Hyphen, and American burns them down in the corner of the toxic barrels. Medic up, 5 up, force somebody help, and that's a crazy mid-fight, but it's a winning mid-fight for them, and they take their second mid-win of the round. We'll see if they can, of the match. We'll see if they can convert this one into an actual point.
I like the heavy down, just walk, just go in, and they turn it into a meat grinder on barrels there. It's going to be full ad for Fleeble right now. She's playing by the barrels, looking to kite into Shutter, should any sacks come through, but Nixie peeking, going to force her back, might have had an angle.
Yep, AGB takes a death at a bad time, as does Joey there. Looks like they want to get aggressive for some damage, maybe even a sack, but Sunny shuts that down instantly with kills onto Joey and Adam, but they do lose Timeless. A Bats counter sack right now from the flank classes of 4,500 gets Micah, Timeless, and Exa, and all of a sudden you have all these classes on flank. Your combo for help have to be very careful. They're down 5 right now. They need to back up to ramp. They are stalling a bit for now, and they do have this Uber, but they're going to go with 4 people!
I don't know why May is playing solo in the enemy team's Shutter with 4 up and Uber, and I don't know if that was Fleeble's call or May's call to use Save Me, but
that's such a free re-push opportunity, but now they're at full Uber dis-ad. They use Uber for absolutely nothing. Why would they pop with 4v9? You can't get anything. And now they're in a hole.
To save May, but he's just too far forward. She's back on ramp. He's in Shutter.
Just let your demo die at that point, though. Like, save Uber.
Dead. I mean, not that it's her fault. They all died away from her, but still, save the Uber. But yeah, AGB and Joey going down. No demo. Going to be a lot of damage missing from some of these fights, but Nixie finds Timeless, so they can play a lot more forward, and they still have the sniper to deal with. Nixie's going to play in Shutter.
And the Uber is still
Boxes is
crucially being
Andrew.
held by Hyphen. 4,500 still have the full ad. Fleeble is building though. Looks like a lot of damage actually goes down to Hyphen. They're going to use aggressively here onto the Pyro. Johnny from Cali getting a solo here. He's trying to burn down May, and May's isolated. Does get a flash in time, but I guess that's what they wanted. They just wanted to force the Uber out, and Johnny was the only man available for the job. He did it.
Sunny bombed over ramp right as that Uber came out and might have found a kill onto Nixie, but 2 rockets in the dispenser armor, and he ends up living on 5 health. It feels bad moment.
Johnny left in behind from that Uber will get taken down at the end, and Emily cleans up JJ on his bump in. Adam is 1 HP on the barrels, gets taken down by some spam rockets, and with that, recap should come over in favor of Somebody Help. With this, they're going to be able to take the time lead, and the building for Fleeble has been good as well. Going to be up on another 20% ad, and with a couple kills coming through, 4,500, they're going to try to get aggressive. Sunny has a 10-second spawn timer.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well Hyphen was healing on his way out of that fight. Would have been just one person.
GB wants an immediate decloak. What is he going to find here? He might get a medic, and he will! Fleeble not paying attention. No flames go to spy check that same corner that he's decloaked on every time. So now with that full Uber ad going to go in favor of Hyphen and 4,500.
Yeah, they're going to find a kill onto Wish. Sunny coming in, not able to really get any damage onto Hyphen at all, though. I think he might have had an angle, but they will be forced off this point almost as quickly as they take it. They'll get about 20, maybe 30 seconds off of it at most here before it ends up going over. Looks like they're delaying cap for their heavy? Question mark?
I mean, they might as well. They're at full Uber ads, and I hope they're going to have to slow build anyway. So just get the heavy up, get sooner. You want the heavy to be there in case of sacks, because if you extend his spawn, they're just going to sack with their better spawn timers.
They still took him quite a bit longer to cap it even after he came up, but, you know, Somebody Help not going to look that give Torres in the mouth. Johnny caught out on roof. Uncharacteristic mistake there. Stand in that many stickies as Andrew's going to look to drop down, and it's right into Adam. The submarine heavy.
Oh, a lot of damage onto
himself.
Hyphen, and Micah's there. Micah wants to decloak and get this force. He decloaks one. Butter knife is all he needs, and he gets the force. That's a good play there by Micah to get that Uber back in his team's favor. They're going to jump forward. Joey wants to find something, but help are long gone, and now they get to retake bats with Uber at.
Yeah, but on the point, aggro is Nixie watching this angle, gonna take the kill onto Emmy. It's a really big play for an Uber advantage to be down right there. No scout. I think they have to wait for her to come up here. Probably take the set of Shutter with how aggro Nixie's been playing.
Yeah, the time isn't that bad for Somebody Help here. They're only down about 15 seconds, 20 seconds now. Look at Adam close. He's onto the Pyro, and he will go down. Doesn't even get the kill onto American. Does force the Uber, though, and they will pop forward, see if they can get any cleanup kills for Somebody Help here. The majority of the team, though, is out on bats. That Uber went into Shutter, so now they might be stranded just a little bit. There's a sniper peeking. Nixie looking for whatever headshots he can find. A Sunny will go down. Wish is traded. Recap about to come in, but there's a lot of damage by Joey, and a spy in. AGB doesn't find anything. Andrew picks up 2 crucial kills there to keep his team safe. No recap quite yet, but the numbers add is gonna matter for a bit. Sticky's on to American. Clear that Pyro off the point with no heals. President Andrew has to back up. They need to get this capture. They've stalled too long.
Yeah, it's been constant, and Fleeble's almost about to burn out.
Dead,
Sticky's
dead.
coming. She's dead. Yeah, not a chance there as the Uber comes out. Still some cap time, but far, far too many players and not enough coming out of Somebody Help. And I feel like there's been an entire round wasted and teams just not capping the point.
Yeah.
This game.
I do have to say, the play where Adam played close on Shutter was actually really smart for a reason that I'm not sure if they meant, but because he was there close up, right? You assume if that heavy's close, he's getting support from his team in some way, but he wasn't. He was all alone on a solo mission. Because of that, Somebody Help popped out immediately thinking, oh, the combo's close on us. They were gone. They were out to bats. So that Uber got absolutely nothing except for Adam. Well, with that, 4th round gonna start.
Yeah, Joey's gonna be the first one going down though. Good flare by American, takes him out. May gonna be the trade though, no demos, but Adam dies for it. Yep, Soldier in. Is he gonna find nothing immediately other than Nixie? Yeah. So no sniper, no demo, no heavy. This is a free mid for Somebody Help. And let's see if they can convert this one.
1 rocket, that's a lot of damage, but Fleeble gonna surf that one out and keep her life for now. So gonna be Uber up, forcing help as well as a cap. AGB picks off Andrew. I feel like AGB's killed Andrew at least 7 to 8 times this game, but he's a first-time heavy. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, a lot more to keep track of than you might think in a Nashville game on heavy than spy checking for someone who's uninitiated. So again, though, another solid mid from Somebody Help, but we're just gonna need something confirmed. Adam just kill blinding?
Yeah, there's no pits on the map, so he has to kill bind. That already just fell randomly. Either way, Uber Exchange going to come out on the point here. More flashes going for 4,500. Joey gets stickied out, so better Uber here for somebody help. They're going to try to do some damage on the back at Wish. 1 HP popped into a mini and killed, but Nixie has won the SVS onto Timeless. Joey getting burned down by American means no Demo Man for 4,500. He will lose his life for that one, but that's a trade you're willing to take here, as now we can see May has some uncontested spam. Gonna try and do some damage to the heavy. Adam close on point. Emily jumps on him and takes him down. Johnny is well gonna go down, and a very good collapse there from somebody help. They could pick Hyphen to be big, but no, we'll get out to ramp safe. Both meds gonna be on even Uber again, but somebody help gonna be at over a 1 minute lead.
I guess he was on that barrel at about 10 health and managed to get out with an entire team watching him, so good for him there. Just a little maybe bit of a miss, especially if he ends up getting killed in the next couple seconds, but yeah, again, it's looking good for somebody help, but that's because they still have the point.
I just saw AGB whiff a 1v1 against Timeless in the spawn where he got no scope.
Really good arrow by Fleeble right there to save May. Walked a little bit too far forward. Adam peeked out of shutter. Almost found himself a free demo pick right there, but a good arrow is going to save it. Timeless landing a kill onto Johnny as well. AGB caught out. No free frags
AGB went for the same barrel decloak, or the same crate decloak he was one for, but got checked by Emily. Now Uber in from Emily and May, gonna try to do some damage, get some kills. They chase down Adam, so there are up some men in this post fight, but Timeless again losing the SVS. Sunny, dude does a lot of damage and takes down Fluorus, and the mini sentry is a big distraction as well. Will die in the end, but the rest of Sunny Help are now out in full force, trying to collapse on these kills. Nixie Wish gonna go down. There's a scout in the backline and a spy in your face. They're trying to kill the medic. Hyphen 15 HP, and they can't get in, and they Hyphen will escape with his life, so now solo heavy on the point. Emily should just take the beam and kill this guy. Adam doing a good job to stave off the scout, and JJ gonna clean it up, so Adam, a one-man army there, gonna actually buy his team the point.
Yeah, earlier in that fight too, JJ just kind of skipped right onto Blue Roof, 3 rockets directly onto Andrew's head, took him out, walked away, got a pack, comes right back in and put himself the kill onto Emmy, and they recap now, and somebody help's been really good from the mid-fight to when they lose the point for the first time.
Yeah, their re-pushes have left a lot to be desired. Micah gonna scout out a bit forward, saw Adam on the crates, will go around. Now they do have a small Uber ad, but it's probably not enough to go off of. Johnny gets headshot, eats a lot of damage, and has to get off the roof and wait for some heals. Micah tries to 1v1 in the backline against Fluorus, but Fluorus gonna win that one for himself, so man ad in favor of 4,500, and Ubers are evened up.
Oh, drop! Drops! Joey finds the pipes over roof. Sunny gonna land a good rocket to take out JJ right there, but all is for naught as Fleeble just walks into a little bit too much damage, peeking off of bats. Not a good enough job done clearing the roof, allows Joey to get, that juicy angle onto her. And again, somebody help loses the point and mediocre mode is activated, it feels like.
Yeah, that's such a crucial drop because they were in firm control of the round. They have 2:20 off the clock. It's a full 3-minute hold for 4,500 ahead of them, but now full Uber ad. They're going to be able to stall and shave a lot of time off this point. A play needs to be made from somebody help, and Micah not going to be able to make it. Gets taken down in the shutter. May as well going to drop, and here's the free Uber out. He needs to focus down Andrew, but Fleeble, importantly, is nowhere to be found. Going to be out with her life. Timeless will get chased into lobby and killed, but that's small potatoes. They are going to keep this Uber, and still with a time ad, but somebody help. They have to show a good repush.
Yeah, I mean, we saw before, every single time some 49 gets the point, they hold it for 2+ minutes, and they might be on the verge of doing that right there. The mini
Watch
gonna go
JJ.
down eventually.
He's in the back line. One rocket reflected by American immediately. Gonna get singled out and taken down in the back line. But over the top, Wish knows the damage is dealt. Takes down Fleeble with 1 clean shot. That's a 98% death. That's a death at 100% Uber and a death at 98% Uber. That is so brutal.
Yeah,
Hyphen though, Emily.
Yeah, coming in, Emmy in the back line, gonna find a ton of kills. Really, really good salvage right there from Emmy, because if that doesn't happen, they end up
probably lose.
They wait for Fleeble. Yeah, they probably lose right off of that if Hyphen's allowed to have Uber ad. But now they have the point and they have time ad, so they can continue to be solid. But Wish sneaking under bats, gonna run into Andrew. Don't know why Andrew's down there, but he's gonna lose the
1v1. It's a 2v1, not fair. Emily might have lost that one, but Wish gonna get taken down in the end. So advantage, but on the front lines, May has died to JJ jumping forward. Will trade his life for it, but no Demo Man is a trade you're willing to take. Now we see Joey Lemons has free spam onto the bat. Somebody help are down to only 4 players. They do have the point, so they'll get overtime here, but they're just gonna try to get whatever kills they can. It is going to be overtime for somebody help. They have 1 minute to orchestra to repush, but with Fleeble going down, they don't have Uber to do it. It's Hyphen up on 75%.
They have time to run a sack here, try to get a super out of Hyphen, and then Fleeble get her own Uber. But
yeah, they
really,
need to build
really
in spawn with Emily
by Johnny there to take Sunny out, right as he might have taken down Joey. So that was
they're not building in
pretty
spawn.
good
They have
frag,
all
yeah.
the players out. They might want to try and go fast here, but they need to get this Uber out first and foremost. Who's in position? Hyphen dies to pipes over the roof. That is so. That's a 1-for-1. It's an eye for an eye from what happened earlier, and now somebody help. They're in the driver's seat. They just need to take the point.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful. They are gonna find another kill into Johnny too. This is really big. They're gonna be forced to. They can't even back out to Shutter here. They have to fight it, but they just don't have the numbers. Far too many blue players on the point where they're this wrangled mini gonna stall for a bit, but not enough. Point goes over, and in the last round, backs against the wall. Somebody help finally find themselves a point here.
Both Devilmen in that round got a random blind pipe spam drop on a medic. I'm actually glad that somebody help wins that round because it'd feel terrible for them to get 4-0'd when they played better in that round off of just a random blind pipe. So the gods said, you know what, even it up, go again. It's 3-1, still in favor of 4500, but somebody help showing some life.
Yeah, I still think it goes to show though, well, I'll talk about it after as we get into this mid-fight. Andrew and Fleeble both down immediately. 4500, don't wake the beast. They've lost a round, they've lost their full match points, and now they're angry. They're gonna win their first mid, I think, since the first round.
Yeah, since the first one, yeah.
They come in, but yeah, the point I'm getting at though is that your first hold, you get 2 minutes 20 seconds, was it, off the point for somebody help. You've still come down into giving them less than a minute. Like it's becoming a very concerning problem that this team cannot repush in any sort of quick manner.
I like the setup they're using here. It's an interesting one. You don't normally see the Pyro solo holding up top because no one's up there with him ever. No Soldier, no Devilman, no Scout even. Very seldom a Scout, and Johnny's just doing a good job reflecting and playing space up there. Will end up going back downwards. Wish gonna take his place temporarily, as now JJ going over the top to spam onto May. Both meds are only Hyphen gonna have Uber. Fleeble up on 80% because she did die on that mid fight. Blue Walrus in the back line will go down to Sunny, so there is a man ad right now for help, and they're gonna walk onto fans.
But in the back, yeah, Emmy and Sunny go down, so no flank waiting to pinch on this. Uber will come out, but numbers are actually even because they find Johnny in the middle of the Uber. Gets dropped there, but only
Bit of
May with all
stickies
this
on the
pressure
ramp.
here. Yeah.
Hyphen's trapped out. If they could isolate Hyphen here, it'd be a lot, but they're going to get players out onto the point, and now being herded back into their Shutter. Wish gets 2 big kills, gets a third onto May. Wish coming from his enemy fans, going to do tons of damage onto those retreating players, and with that 3K...
JJ finds Fleeble too, backing out onto Bats, so that was a long-range rocket too, I think, just right off the roof. Fadeaway shot takes her down, and that's just going to, compound this issue where rounds have been close enough for somebody to help when they win the mid-fight with a 2-minute ad. They don't even have that right now, and things are looking grim for them.
Yeah, somebody help us cannot find a way to reliably push out of their own side of the map when 4500 have the point. They just get herded back, the Uber exchanges don't get too much, and they don't have any lasting advantages to play off of, so now they have to come back from a massive deficit here. Going to be 2 minutes by the time they can get out here, and they still are not even close to Uber, so this match is looking as good as done from what we've seen so far.
Yeah, you gotta run a sack here. You're only at 50.
Micah's going for it. Micah is on a 1 HP Hyphen, 1 shot. Oh, he gets the force. That's a great reaction, actually, from Hyphen to not drop there, because he drops 100% to a butter knife. So they do get that at least. Micah does what he needs to, but now Sunny Help have a lot of work ahead of them.
Oh, Mike is the only one in on
Hyphen's
that.
dead.
Why are there no Soldier and Timber? Yeah, Emmy in the back. Gonna take him out. Andrew will go down as well, but frags being traded back and forth favors the offensive team. Adam, though, coming up from lower, super aggressive. Gonna just keep zoning them off the point, and even with the med kill, even with people having full Uber, they're just losing more and more seconds right here. Sunny with the spinorama midair takes out JJ. Good midair strafing there. AGB, no!
Oh no, you can't let your medic get backstabbed like that in the middle of the point main area. And now with heal advantage, 4500, they're keen to pounce. Adam, a 2K flanking from underneath, tons of damage. Joey on a 4K of his own, Wish on 3, and all of a sudden, somebody help. They can't get the capture. They're gonna get 3-0 in the final round. And that's gonna be 4-1 in favor of 4500.
Not like this in the chat. That was one more for old time's sake. How's that?
Yeah, Nixie 6K now. Hyphen dies. They are sacking onto it with what they can, but when you're funneling into a mulch factory, you're going to get mulched, and that's going to be the 4-1 there, locked in for 4500.
Yeah, and little bit disappointing performance from somebody help, not gonna lie.
It's such a discrepancy. We saw them hold so well on their, when they have the point, they hold so well. They take so much time off the clock. When they're on the other side, they actually just looked lost. None of the exchanges worked. They didn't have any good post positioning. They didn't get any key plays in Uber or like post Uber that would help them maintain the space. And it's kind of sad to look at where like, yes, they did have some things going for them. A couple rounds came down to the wire. They even won one. But when you're not prepared for half of the map, you're probably not going to win it.
In hindsight, having only caught the very end of Somebody Helps match last week against K&D, I can very much understand how this team managed to beat K&D while still not capping a 15-minute time. The amount of like inertia in this team is massive. Because if they're at rest, they will stay at rest. Be that on the point or on their own bats, it feels like. Just, really, really good at the defense, not very good at the offense. So on a map like Swiftwater, where maybe you have more natural opportunities to defend, that can work out. But on a Koth map, we discussed how maybe it seemed like Somebody Helps like stopwatch favor and Koth dislike was turning around, but we might have ended up right back where we started.
Yeah, it was not an inspiring performance. As logs are up on your screen, Nixie 25-7, actually dominating there. Did so much work. Next closest was Wish with 22 kills. Emily did step up in the second half. I'll give Somebody Help that. They did have that scout presence for a lot more, and that's part of the reason why they're able to win some fights and take the round in the end, but it just wasn't enough. They needed more from pretty much everyone when it came to making opportunities.
Zeg.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a guess on the SVS?
Let's see. How many total kills did Nixie have?
Nixie had 42 total.
I'm guessing SVS was 14-6.
You're kind of close, but also very far off. 14-1.
There's no way it's
14-1.
There's no way it's 1. I knew he'd kill him around 14 times, right?
That one time we called. I think you called it in the second round. Was the only SVS kill. I feel like we might owe Space Ghost an apology.
Yeah, maybe this is just how it works. Maybe Nixie's just the god sniper, winning as every SVS. 14-1. That is crazy.
Yeah,
I knew Nixie at least had double-digit mid-teens kills on him, but I thought Timeless didn't have 1. Yeah, Space Ghost gets a pass. It's official.
If you take away just the sniper kills, right? Nixie has what? It's 28-25. Although Nixie had 14 sniper kills, 11 pyro kills.
Yeah, American and Timeless just victims that game.
The American got gilded there. No other way around that. Very biased kill spread.
Shout out to Andrew. Admiral job, 18-21, over 200 DPM. Did a great job. Fantastic job. Lower healed per minute, which makes sense because he's not part of the main combo. They're not going to put very many heals on him. But when we did see Andrew, he was doing some good things sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean less deaths to pick classes than Adam, which I'll give him a point for. Unfortunately, lost the heavy v heavy 5-1 in Adam's favor. So the class experience showing through a little bit there, but Andrew by no means the issue with
there's much bigger
There's a far more systematic problem.
When your issue is pushing, it's probably not the heavy's fault.
Especially the king of connector.
Yeah, but that's going to be just about it. Wish topping off with 40, Nixie 42. Big performances out from the key playmakers of 4500. And when we know the key players on Somebody Help to be the same classes, Timeless and Emily, when the performance is that, one-sided in favor of 4500 of those classes, the 4-1 is kind of natural.
Yeah, do we have any word on any other matches, Dolphin? Or anyone in chat, for that matter?
Okay, nothing too surprising. 4-0 K&D, 4-1 Fog. So it's not last week, not many upsets happening.
Snag another round. Good on them. I think they took one off K&D. They beat Yee.
Yeah, Relax have gotten more rounds than I thought they would get this season. I'll give them that.
And something interesting is I believe Micah said in chat after the match that if Somebody Help 2-0's Froggyland, and then 4500 2-0's Fog, that lets Somebody Help into playoffs, which admittedly not looking very likely at this point, but with the way the season's turned out,
who knows?
You could tell me Relax retroactively beat K&D, traveled back in time to undo their match, and I'd believe you. I'd take that at face value. So
Yeah, maybe help can sneak in. We saw them go to playoffs last season. We saw Timeless with that monster performance on Steel, willing his team into the postseason. We'll see if something similar can happen again, or if the upgrade and invite rosters this season is going to end up keeping them out. But yeah, still a lot of TF2 to be played this season.
Yeah, and really nothing set in stone yet. I think Rib passed away, unfortunately, so rest in peace, our 8-team invite. But other than Relax likely being out of playoffs, I'm pretty sure every team still has a legitimate shot at making it after week 5, which I don't know the last time we had 6 teams as
in the playoff race by halfway through.
and not even like we might have had the 6th seed like with a mathematical possibility, but you could see these teams potentially hit like even like a 3 or like a 3 seed this far in. So really nothing settled, and we don't even know first seed yet either.
It could be Candy or Froggy. Depends on who wins that match.
Do we get that next week? I think we do.
That'd be the cast. I want to see.
Absolutely.
Have we had Froggyland on cast this season yet? I don't think
we did
have.
last week. We did last
week. Okay.
Saw them beat the Fog. Yeah. So, and again, really impressive performance by them because anyone can get carried by a sniper, right? It's why I played with Fallen Lord, but
true.
It's so much more difficult to beat a good team by just out teaming them. And the Fog, obviously has had issues as we've seen on cast, but there were no gaps in what Froggyland did, and I am super excited to see them play against Candy next week. Yep, and it's going to be on Vigil, which should be a very interesting one.
Yeah, that's interesting. How a season team like Candy will end up dealing with a team that came together a couple seasons ago with their core, like Froggyland. We'll see if Froggyland can pull out something special, but that's gonna about do it for us here. For now, though, you can type !merch in the chat to check out all of RGL's merch for the season. It rotates seasonally, so we will get some new merch in come after RGL LAN. We have a bunch of designs such as t-shirts, posters, and you can check out all the ones you love. Again, they will be going away soon, so get these if you like them. Get them now. !merch in the chat. All the proceeds from purchases go towards the hardworking RGL staff, like our graphics department, Dolphin behind the camera, and me and Alta. So if you want to support TF2, check them out. Thank you for watching every Monday as well. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and something I do want to bring up just as we close out here is that maybe we shouldn't have been as surprised by that upset last week from Somebody Help, because it feels like K&D getting upset on Swiftwater isn't even an upset anymore. It happens every other season at this point. Someone managed to take them out on Swiftwater, and
at some point in Highlander, the upset map turned from Steel to Swiftwater, and we just didn't notice.
Yeah, although ask MCM that on Steel, and we'll see what our answers are. But yeah, and as far as the merch goes, I thought we were gonna have new merch in by now, but this really might be your last chance for the Weezer shirt.
Yeah, that's the one they're gonna be missing going away. Yeah, but very soon after RGL LAN is when the new rotation is in, so stay tuned for those. But yeah, in the meantime, we're done for here.
Yeah, not too long of a cast, so definitely come back next week as we'll see Froggyland versus K&D, which is going to be for the fight for the 1 seed, despite what anyone may have thought coming into this.
Everything.
Yeah, and honestly, it's not looking as stacked as I might have thought initially with how some of the performances have been so far. So should be shaping up to be a really good match next week on Vigil, which one of the better maps in the rotation. So be there or be square. Yeah, got him.
True.
Think that's going to do it for us.
Yep.
Cut the reel.
Cut it.